Boy, that's crooked. There we go. Alright, hello there, YouTube. Ed B here, W4EMB. Today, utilizing the TR45 radio out here at Port Donaldson National Battlefield Park. Today, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and utilize this homemade end-fed half-wave that I made. And we're going to use the Soda Beams travel mast in order to put it up. My Soda Beams travel mast, I carry these two little zip ties in here. One in a big loop and one in a fine loop. And the fine loop one, what I do is I take the fine loop and I put it on the end of my mast, leaving the big loop. That way I can take the end of my wire with the clip and clip into that. And I'm going to go out there and try to lean my mast against that tree. And the reason I do this is if I get hung up, all I have to do is pull my mast down, and that will make that zip tie come right off the top. And I won't break my mast. I'd rather break off the piece of wire, but I can always replace my wire a lot easier than I can replace that mast. So go ahead and I set up this stuff already here at the table. That way you wouldn't have to watch through that. Feel free to skip through this. Feel free to watch if you'd like to see how the setup goes. All right. Around here, maybe behind the camera. See if you can see the coax there, just 90 degrees to the wire. Right? Okay. Bring you over here. The only reason I have you over here, I'd like to show the radio a bit more, but so you can see some of the river there behind me. Alright. I think we're all set up and we can. Oh, and this stadium seat with the back on it, it's called my Bertha seat. Best thing going on. Right, phone holder there for polo. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this analyzer. Let's just double check that antenna to see where we're at. Now I'm utilizing the Penntek TR45, which has a built-in Z-match tuner, which is really awesome. So I'm not too worried about how well we tune in just yet. So let's go ahead and hook this up and just see what we're at. Alright, and I'm going to make you a little bit seasick here maybe. Do this. I got some wires hanging off the camera here to keep it powered. Alright. Okay, up with the screen. There we go. Screen. Come on, screen lock. Alright, so let's go ahead. Oh man, that's a lot of glare. And let's turn it on here. Boy, it's a lot of glare. I don't know how to get rid of that glare for you. Okay, so we're going to come down and I'm going to choose multi SWR. I'm going to hit my check mark button. So I have it checking. Man, I don't know how to get rid of that glare. 7050, 14050, 21050, 28050, and 18072. I don't expect the 18072 to chime in anywhere good on this antenna because a multi-band dipole or multi-band end-fed half-wave cut for 40 meters should be good on 40, 20, 15, and 10. 17, of course, you'd have to use a tuner with it. So let's go ahead and hit run, see what we got. All right, so we're sitting at 1.36 on 20 meters, 1.68 on 40, 1.56 on 21, and 1.27 on 28, and a 4-to-1 on 17 meters. So again, that 17 didn't come out even, but we wouldn't expect it to on an end-fed half-wave cut for 40 meters. And that's just a simple homemade antenna. And that's without any kind of tuner there. Obviously, those numbers. Golly, I hate making y'all seasick here at the camera. Alright, let's go ahead and get that in here a little bit. don't think you can see any of the river, but I don't know. It's a little bit wider camera than you expect it is. Got radio. Okay. Turn our multimeter back off. This AA55 zoom by Rig Expert is awesome because it has that multi antenna check on it. I have a 30 zoom and it doesn't have that function. I really do like that function a lot. This is a soft hard case made by Klein Tools. You find it in your big box hardware store, and it's in the little tool section where they have your electrical tools and such. But it holds that AA55 and the AA30 zoom great. I also have a piece of backup RG 174 and an adapter that I carry in here with this piece of foam over my screen, shop paper towel overall, and that holds that in there great. So it gives me a spare adapter, spare piece of coax in a nice container there. All right, so let's go ahead and we will. I'm using a Ham Gadgets keyer with my radio because you can't find these anymore, these TR45 radios. And so in order to keep from having to hit the play button every time I want to play my CQ message, I don't want to wear out the button. It's designed to do that, but I'm going to try to preserve the radio as long as I can. So that's why I'm using a keyer with this radio. Power on. All right. Okay, so what I love about this radio is I'm going to unplug that momentarily though. I'm plugging my paddle into the straight key hole. This has a forward switch and a reverse switch and a meter right here. So I'm going to go to the forward. All right, and it's going to turn up my power. There we go. I'm getting 5 watts out. Check my reverse. Okay, my SWR is good. All right. I could probably even clean that up some with my tuner back there, which I might try to do later on, but since I got you on the video here and we want to get started. All right, plug in the gear, plug in the key. All right, I heard somebody to the side of me there, and I'm on wide. I'm going to move up a little bit here. Okay. Got my Bluetooth keyboard, get my Polo going. So, open Polo. New operation. The live template for POTA nearest. Alright, it's got me in there. Let's go to QSOs. So I'm on the QSO screen. And actually I don't want to be on this frequency. Let's go to 14. Check my spots just to see where everybody else is at on 20 meters here. Okay, so there's somebody on the frequency that I was just about to go to. Right there. W1UQN. How about if I go away from that person there? There you go, 14039. I'm going to listen for a moment. So I'm on CW wide listening. Here's my radio. Turn on my voice. And action again. You gotta love AI generated spam. Hi, my name's Brittany. We believe you are on Medicare A and B and blah blah blah. I'm calling you from these clinics and blah 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 blah. Just AI generated messages. You know, this AI generation stuff, you know, my wife and I, we talk with her dad, talk to my mom about if people come to you for business, don't take it. You go to the grocery store, you shop for your groceries, you go online and you shop at Amazon to buy something. Someone calls you to sell you something, and someone comes to your door, hi, I was in the neighborhood, and don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, there's my rant for the day. It's okay though, it's gonna be a great day because I'm out here doing POTA. Pat. 14.039. Alright, listening wide. Still just listening. Don't hear anything. Didn't see anybody on the spots page that's in this area. So we'll go ahead and call QRL. Using my Pico Palm paddle. Love this little key. Alright, nothing heard. So let's go ahead and hit my button. I'm going to come to my Polo app and I'm going to tell it to self-spot me. 14039, 20 meters, CW, self-spot. I'm going to say CW. I'm not hitting this button just yet because I want to see. I have my own self on my Ham Alert app. So calling CQ when you hit a beacon and you are on your own Ham Alert should make it pop up. So I'm waiting to see if my phone goes doo-doo-doo-doo, saying that it heard me. Oh, it did. Alright. Okay, so that heard me. So let's go ahead and self-spot. Alright, so I hit the self-spotting function on the Polo app. I'll jump to the POTA page and I'm on there. So let's go back to the Polo app and we're good to go. I love this Polo app. Thank you, Sebastian. What awesome program this thing is. It's called Polo, or when you go to download the app from your app store, it'll be called. Well, hello, Mallory. I just realized I didn't have my scratch paper out. Ed? Good luck. California. Wow. K3ES. Oh, 449. Oops, oh yeah, did in 5GG. Well, they came fast and furious there, didn't they? You can tell when you start getting a pilot because the voice commentary drops. You know, I have a friend named Kyle, AA0Z, and he has a 360 camera where you can put your finger on the screen and you can move it around. Maybe I should look into one of those cameras and see if I can set it here. Then, if you want to look at my mug to see me struggle, you can, or you can just turn it around and get on this, or look out there at the river behind me. The river it's very pretty out there. I hope that's in frame. I'm just guessing. Before CJG from Florida. Thank you, Carlos. There's a frequent flyer there. KG4EXY. Ed, you are 559 Virginia. AE5 PT. GT. Okay. AE5 GT. Texas. There you go. Good luck. Oh, Ronnie a dip. But it's okay if you miss one. As long as you understand the message, right? Doesn't have to be perfect CW. Don't let perfect CW stop you from getting on the air. Ed, you over. 6-9. Texas. Now, I first wrote down a G. 5G something 5UY. So I just said UI question mark. Came back with K5UNY out of Texas. Alexander, thank you, Alexander. And you notice Alexander, he miskeyed on his Texas, but it's okay. Don't let miskeying keep you from getting on the air. I was the same way when I was trying to learn CW. I felt like I was a hindrance to those who knew CW. But you never knew. NA6JD. I'm going to remove that one since I just can't confirm that. Okay. Just 1 second. 529. I took them out. missed the number type. I missed an L when I typed it in 8LBF. I hear some other stations way off to the sides. So that was CUSA number 11. Got two stations in there, but all you do is just drop. They're both hollering at the same time. I can't make heads or tails out of that, but I heard a Z. K-A-E-K-O came through. Thank you, Terrence. Michigan, should be. What did it? Yep, Michigan. Love that about BK. Good luck. Ooh. Come on, Ron. In7BBQ. Got you in there. Thank you. Way down in the noise. I love pulling out those ones that are way deep in that noise. I'm going to my spots. I'm at 3.9. I don't see anybody else next to me in POTA. I'm hearing some side signals, but there's a special event going on. The Route 66 special event. I need to check when that ends because I just started it yesterday. So we're up to 15 QSOs. Who ahead of you? There are two of them in there. Ah. Georgia. 559. Should be New Jersey. Yep. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, so what happened there was, that was Robert in for XAT, and he concluded his portion first. So I had to come back around and then conclude my portion next. And if you're newer, that used to throw me off quite a bit. I didn't, because I was paper copying, and if it pushed me into saying Roger out after they Roger outed, then I'm trying to work my log when the next person calls me, and ooh, I'd get lost quick. My key is only miskeying because I'm holding it upside down because I dial with my thumb. So, because it has a little bit of lateral movement. So, to thwart that, I'm going to use my fancy anti-slip. I think this is used to open jars. Really, really tacky sticky. Put that down with my fancy. There you go. And use our button. So in order to get around when you're new and getting out of your sequence and being able to get things written, go ahead and make, I have a CQ message, but make a second message that says bye-bye. Great signal, Keith. VE3SVQ. VE3SVQ, Keith, the shaky key. Look him up on YouTube. Real nice fella, instructor for the Long Island CW Club. Speaking of which, the Long Island CW Club is who got me on the air doing Morse code. So thank you to LICW. Also thank you to my coffee crew, people who support the channel through my Buy Me a Coffee fund. Greatly appreciate that. Any overages go directly to to giveaways. Sorry about that, Gary. I was typing AB0BM and I hit my O on my keyboard instead, so therefore it messed up my log portion. One thing that I wish Polo did do is I wish that it would go from one well, I guess it can't. There's no way it can do that. Because I type in a call and I touch the RST and I type in my RST, but sometimes I skip touching my RST and I just touch theirs because I leave mine 599. You know, because it says 599 by default in the window. So I'll type in their call sign and then I'm reaching over here and I'm touching the received RST. That way I can type it in when they send it. And it also by default puts in their state. Now if they happen to be traveling, then I'll type in the state that they tell me. Hope that's more clear than mud. Love this Polo app. The best feature, in my opinion, on the Polo app is that I can spot myself from the Polo app and it appears on the POTA page. If you have a favorite function of Polo, drop it in the comments down below, and let's share what we like about that program. Let Sebastian know that it's just awesome, and get over there to the Polo or Ham2K app and support him by dropping him a couple bucks for all the work he puts in it. That's it, thank you. KN6BAZ. Three nine. Hey, awesome. KN6 Bravo Alpha Zulu from California. California. Sunrise the east, something the west. Man, that should be the null into my wire. Because I have a low, my feed point is down here, the other end is up high, so I would assume that I'm projecting off the sides. That's why I lay my counterpoise off to the side as well to maybe help throw it sideways. I'm pretty sure that that's east. The sun's over there and it's 10:19. I'm hearing sideways signals in my hair. I can go to narrow. I can go to real narrow. I don't like operating narrow. I did when I was new. Because I'd like to know if somebody sits next to me. Alright, I need a trick here so I can find out which way north is. So I'm going to set my hammer. I'm going to take that piece of paper here and move it. I'm going to mark the tip of that shadow. Alright, so I just placed my hammer down on the table, the sun's touching it, and I just marked. Oh, that's not going to work very well. So I'm going to come down here. Alright, what I just did was I just marked the sun is making a shadow down there. So I just marked the shadow. I'm going to wait a few minutes and I'm going to check that shadow again. And as that shadow moves, I'll mark it again. So what you do is okay, so I mark the tip of the shadow and I wait. The shadow tip is going to move after time. So then you mark the shadow again. So you have a first rock and a second rock on the ground that you've just placed. And in the army, when they would say forward, march, you always step with your left foot first. So if you put your left foot on your first rock, your right foot on your second rock, and look, you're looking north every time. Shorted him a dip. Sorry, David in Ontario. I'd send you a dit, but the tariffs are too high back and forth. Ooh, keep politics out of radio. Just a joke. I need your number, buddy. I got A. You know what I feel like when I have to do this? That's about the best way to tell somebody I didn't get you. I feel like I'm shoving your hand off the lifeboat when you call CQ after you can't get one out of the mud. Makes me feel horrible. But sometimes, if you just can't pull somebody out, you just gotta call CQ again. I love to pull all the weak signals out. Ooh. Yeah. And when you hear somebody that sounds like they're kicking Jiminy Cricket, so the problem with people being beside you, people won't go to that frequency to tune. They move over a little bit and tune, and they're tuning on me. Come on, don't tune here. You'd be surprised when you drop your radio to 5 watts and you start tuning, how far that signal goes. Sounded to me like he was playing with a new bug. And definitely don't tune up on the frequency you're about to make a QSO with somebody on. Okay, so I double up my 72s to that fella. If you notice, I take out all the gap in between, just in case he starts to dit me back. So I say 72, 72, dit. But I repeat 72 because the QSB goes up and down. So he'll get one of those 72s if I repeat them. And I'll repeat a 72 or bye-bye when somebody gives me a 339 or 229, something like this. It means they can barely hear me. They're not getting me very well. Matter of fact, signal reports. A 3 means readable. closer. So 539 California. I've never made this many Californias in a day. Thanks, Paul. So, signal reports, RST, readability, signal strength, tone. We typically leave tone out in today's modern rigs. I have that right here on this POTA mat. So 3, readable with difficulty. So 339, readable with difficulty, weak signals. Number 2, occasional words distinguishable. 4, readability with practically no difficulty, fair signals. We have 4-4. Perfectly readable 5, fairly good signals 5, 559. But your signal strength typically comes from your meter. Your meter has a number on it. So we've been going 44 minutes now. Well, shoot, this video is probably an hour because you watch me set up my antenna. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we'll call it quits on the video. Because I've learned that when you have an hour-long video, people only watch it for 6 minutes and 12 seconds on average. Probably to find their call sign. Anybody sticks around and listens to all my banter. Oh, the sun has moved. So let's do that. Let's check the tip of my shoulder again. Left foot first block. Right foot second block. Right foot north. So yeah, that is east. West. So that is fairly east. Alright. Well, there you go on your how to find north. Left foot on your first rock, right foot on your second rock. You'll be facing north every time. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm at W4MB. We'll catch you on the next one.